Hello YouTube and Adventure Schooling family. This is Kayla. I just wanted to quickly make another video on the topic of thinking tree journals. Now these, you notice, are PDF ones that I printed out. So there's the option of buying a journal already, bound in the book, the print version of all the journals basically. And then you can also, some of them have the option to buy a PDF and print it at home, or print with like I used the Homeschool print company. I think it's just homeschoolprintcompany.com or homeschoolprintingcompany.com. I'll link it in the description below, but I use them and I've loved them. So you can buy it like this. What I love about doing PDF version some of the time is, for example, the homeschooling with horses, all of my girls, my 3 girls and myself are going to be working in the Homeschooling with Horses journal this year. And what I love about the versatility of the PDFs is, for example, me being however old I am, mom of 3, I want to invest in myself and I want to learn more things. We currently live on a horse farm where my husband works, and I thought it was a perfect opportunity for us as a family together, us all, me and the girls, to learn more about horses. So I'm an adult. Olivia is already 7 years old. Ginny just turned 6, and Lulu is only 4 years old. So you can see Lulu's is much thinner, because what I've done is, if you look inside the journals, there's some pages with like just coloring or drawing or things like that, and then there's some more detailed pages like where we can learn more about different horse breeds and things like that. And this works for me and the 2 older girls, because they like doing, we use copywork a lot in our Charlotte Mason method of education, and so we do some copywork with learning about horses as well, along with the copywork that we do on a regular basis with our read alouds and different things that we're doing. But so I printed the regular journal, thick. I printed it purposely. You could do it double-sided, but I purposely do it just one side of the paper when I do our PDF journals, because I like to use like those watercolor pens, which I don't know if I have any right here that I can grab to show you, but I like using watercolors and watercolor pens in our journals sometimes, and I find that just because they're little, if they use too much water and the color seeps through onto the other page or something, I like these, because then we can take the page out and use a clipboard or like a thin folder in between when we're painting in our journals, so it doesn't bleed through or anything. We do have watercolor pens. We also use gel pens a lot in our journals, but I have like this watercolor set, and I'm gonna get the girls each one as well. They just have some regular dollar store watercolors for now, but I'm gonna get them one of these because it's nicer. But this is the kind where you put water in the pen. I think I got this from AliExpress, but you can get them all over the place, and you just use the paints, like you squeeze it and the paintbrush gets wet. So I like having them on single-sided pages, so that when I'm doing watercolor like this, or the actual watercolor pens, like we have some that have the watercolor paint in them like this, and you just kind of write with them like you would a regular pen. We also, like I said, love doing gel pens in here, but that's just a quick tip about the PDFs, so that you can use them without any worry if you're going to do them with watercolors. So for me, I want to learn more about horses myself. I think living here on the farm is an excellent opportunity. So I printed the entire journal for me. It's just got, pages with quotes and areas to like read and copy what you learn. And I thought it would be super fun to do along with the girls. So I'm totally doing that. So the thing about the thinking tree journals, there's definitely recommended ages for the journals, but like I believe these technically would be for older kids. But I'm finding that they work perfectly for our girls as well. So I printed out a regular one for me, and for the other 2 girls as well. And we can do a quick flip through of Olivia's, because she started working in this one in the last school year. And so like she loves the date pages, and now Ginny's got hers, and she's been loving the date pages too. Like this is, for example, we use this in the morning with our morning meeting for Modern Charlotte Mason, our curriculum that we use. The morning meeting has things like our hymn study, Bible memory verses, different books about people. Like we did, I think we did Jonathan Edwards and a few other things like that in the last school year. So we used this page for like the memory verse that they were working on, and to make like a kind of a plan for what she needed to accomplish that day. And she wrote how she's feeling and drew little emojis. She's feeling sad and happy that day. That was shortly after our dog got killed by a car, got ran over. So, and then this is like ways to get to 6, and she did some math in here. She did some copy work, and these are like part of the dyslexia games puzzles, which the Thinking Tree also has these great books that help with kids with dyslexia. And Olivia has shown some signs of dyslexia, so we love those. You can color these. She likes to just trace them, which I'm fine with that too. They're just for creativity, and I love that they have nice pages like this in, because sometimes when we're doing a read aloud or something, they like to color or do Legos or something while they're listening to the story that we're reading aloud, before they do their drawn or written narration. And for example, this is her drawn narration, and we also did a little, like, she told me what she remembered from the story, and I copied it down. So this was when she was reading about when Washington crossed the Delaware, and she drew General George Washington leading his army of men to the battle, and she copied this from the book Remember Now What You Were About to Fight For. And this is the man that was sick in the Tale of Gloucester, and so she copied this herself, and then she dictated to me what she remembered from the story, and I copied it down. And then she drew a picture of the man sick, so that he's up here in his bed sleeping, and the mice make a coat while he's sleeping. This is one of, actually, from the Monkey Doodle journal that Ginny's using, but she let Olivia have this because it went over 100, and so it was a little tricky for Ginny, and Olivia wanted to do it, so we just added it in. That's the other thing I like about having PDF versions, because then you can add in things to your journal if you have extra things to add in related to what you're working on, or anything you do on like individual paper, you could add into your journal as well in the notebook. So I like that. Movie times, we love her L that she always makes backwards. I thought it was because of dyslexia at first, and it might be, but now she says she just likes making it that way, so I'm not really quite sure. But anyway, we watched The Incredible Story of the Giant Pear, and she didn't really like it. She thought it was yucky, and she drew what happened in the movie. But also we use these for when we watch an educational video related to something that they're learning, and they kind of use that to document what we've learned. Another day, another date page. Again, I'm feeling smart. That's good. Good way to start your school day, huh? And then she did her memory verse, and I think I wrote it in, and then we just practiced saying it a couple times, and then we checked it off that we had practiced it. She loves these because it's reading practice built in without her even knowing it, which is nice, and writing and all that. This is when she made a cow barn that she wanted to design, and how she would put the different pens for the cows, and then did that if she had 3 cows plus 2 cows is 5 cows. So it's a little math thing that she was working on. She loves the artwork and the coloring parts in these books. See, this is for example, this is a watercolor, and how it bled through. So, but it didn't get on the next page because you can just use a piece of cardboard or something like I was saying. So I'm not going to go through every single page and talk about them individually because it's a ton of pages in this book. But I will flip through now. Oh, that was a science experiment we did about digging for shark teeth. I don't know if it's helpful. Some of you Thinking Tree Fun Schooling Journal people who might watch this video, comment below if it's helpful to see like how we've used this journal. Remember, she was 6 going into turning 7 when she did this. We use listening time, just, you color while you're listening to a read aloud or classical music or any of the things, which is totally all the things we do in Charlotte Mason. But this day in particular, we were listening to some Spanish songs for her Spanish time, and she was just, doodling and coloring as she did that. Here's another one of those dyslexia games where you finish the picture, and it helps with focus and paying attention to detail, which helps in the long term with dyslexia. Meal plan, maze, more math practice, math mysteries, very colorful horse. So is it helpful for you who do use Thinking Tree journals to see ones like this that are already done? Oh, that was when she did some work drawing a caterpillar from one of her sketching, learning how to sketch and draw bugs books. So more drawn and written narration about some read-alouds that we did. Sorry about that. Phone calls come in at the most inopportune times, it seems like. I love that these journals are so versatile that a child could do the same exact journal more than once, different years, some different words that she was copying. And they could do, what I'm saying is they could do different things. You could use it with so many different levels. And that's what we absolutely love about these journals. She hasn't finished her horse journal. She did start it in the last school year. But we are going to continue using this one along with her other core journals. See, we did that on Easter, and she just added it in. I love these coloring. Like, I love when kids do detailed coloring, like almost like the adult coloring book coloring. Christopher Columbus. Roman numerals she was working on. So she's not quite done with her Homeschooling with Horses journal. She still has several pages left. She's started doing a little bit of copying. Cursive work too. But that gives you a good idea of how Olivia has used her Thinking Tree Homeschooling with Horses journal. So she has that one, and Junie has one as well. So they're going to be working in these ones this school year. And then the neat thing about it is Lulu wanted one as well. So I had printed out another journal in anticipation that she may end up wanting to do it as she got a little older. She's 4 now. So what I've done for this year, though, is I've just put in the coloring pages, like the horses and the drawing and things like that, so that when the girls are doing, like, these are really fun too. I don't know if you saw in the other journal, but there's a picture study, and you look at the picture, you study it, and then you work over here to finish the picture, which the girls love, love, love those pages. So I've made one of these just for Lulu, with just the coloring pages, so that when we're outside working on the farm looking at the horses and learning about horses and breeds of horses, Lulu can be participating and having fun at 4 years old when she wants to, but she doesn't have to be stressed by seeing the other pages. And then I just saved the other pages in a file folder box so that when Olivia finishes her journal, since she's already started and like maybe halfway through, I could just take those pages out and add more pages into her journal so she can continue working on the homeschooling with horses. So that's what I love about the versatility of the PDF. Or if you get the PDF, obviously it saves you money for printing for so many people, you know, multiple kids. PDFs are great. But you could also print at home and then print out just the specific pages that you wanted if you wanted to make a journal about the same topic for a younger child. So that's another reason why I love the PDF version. And so these are the creative writing journals. They were like out of print, and Sarah Brown, she gave it out as a like a free PDF or something, or like for donations, which is nice. So I got this one, and I am gonna start in our tea time sometimes working on storytelling and creative storytelling. So that's what I wanted to use these for with the girls. We haven't started them yet, but we're excited about it. So you color the picture and you think of an idea for your story, and then they let me know. And you know, Ginny being littler, I'll just you know, she can dictate her story to me, and I'll write it down for her so we can remember, you know, work on creativity and storytelling. While she's coloring the picture, she can tell me what happens, and I can write down her story. And I thought those would be cute, not just for creativity and learning about writing, but just so I can have it to remember their stories that they come up with, because it's so cute. I love the things that they say and the creativity of their stories. So this is Olivia's. And this one is Lulu's. And again, I did the same thing with this one. I just printed the pages for her to color. So while we're working on it, and Olivia is copying parts of her story down, like copy work, and Ginny is like dictating to me her story, Lulu can just be coloring the story when she wants to, the same picture, and you know, be doing school, because she likes to play school even though she's still so little. So that was just another idea I had. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you like learning about homeschool, if you like learning more about the thinking tree, I do post a lot of journals related to our adventure schooling, and you can follow us on Facebook. I'll make the link to our adventure schooling Facebook page in the description below. I'll also link the modern Charlotte Mason curriculum that we use for like our guide, and how we use the journals with this curriculum. So I'll link all of that below. If you would like to you know, stick around and learn more about our journey and follow us, we would absolutely love to welcome you into our adventure schooling family page. And so definitely hit that subscribe button, like the video, and be sure to share with any homeschool friends you may have, or anybody who might benefit from seeing these lovely journals. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.